Hey everyone, this is TG from ToyGander.com, and today we have some custom X-Men minifigures. So let's go ahead and take a gander. Gotta give a shout out to Tyrone, Crazy Otter Joe 03, Dylan D, and Raymond Poole. You guys are the bomb. Thank you so much for being a part of the 8,000 subscribers at Toy Gander. So thumbs up to you, and now onto the figures. So these are actually fresh out of the mail chute, and I'll tell you, these were done in conjunction with the new X-Men Apocalypse movie. So we're going to start off with Nightcrawler. Looking at Nightcrawler, I have to say I'm a little bit bummed out. Nightcrawler is one of my favorite characters within the X-Men universe. He has a really cool backstory. I really enjoy the character, and they just didn't take the time that they needed on this specific figure. And if you look at the feet, it really shows in the feet. They just kind of slopped the paint on there, and there's paint missing right there. You can see the black bleeding through, especially when you look at the back. It's really noticeable in the back, and it looks almost like whiteout on the tops here. So I'm really disappointed in that. And if they would have done like a tail, and they would have put an attached tail on there, maybe I could forgive some of the paint scheme or the lack of painting, but they didn't. So therefore, he's probably one of my lower characters on the list, and it's unfortunate because I really do enjoy him. Next up is Archangel. Wow, Angel looks amazing. Just comparing him to Nightcrawler, I have to say huge improvement. He's got just a paint scheme that really pops. You look at his face, but the bright blue against the black looks fantastic. Lots of contrast, very detailed on the teeth and the eyes. And the application to the torso and the legs is 100 times better than Nightcrawler. If you look at the feet, there's a little bit of an oops on the feet, but honestly, you can't really notice it. He does have some side printing here, and I think he might have some back printing on there. Honestly, I'm not going to take this off because it's a little bit difficult to put back on, or it falls off a little bit. Well, looking at the character itself, from the front, the wings look amazing. The wings just really stand out. They look great. He looks menacing. From the side, I wish they would have been a little bit more lower profile. However, I understand why they had to do it, so it is what it is. But from the front, this character looks absolutely fantastic and great comparison to Nightcrawler. So that last one was more of the mechanical, more of the X-Men Apocalypse version of Angel, and this one I think is more of a comic one. So let's open this one up and take him out. This character is huge. I mean, you look at this Angel compared to the other one, and the wings just on this one make him look ginormous. It's a little bit difficult to see some of the wings, but the wings are very nicely done. And just the character himself, he looks like a legitimate LEGO character. I love just the overall profile. He looks great. He is plagued a little bit by the same thing that this Angel is, where this sticks out a little bit too far, but because they use the transparent piece to attach to the neck here, it's not nearly as noticeable. So I really do like that. The wings are just, I can't stress to you, this figure just comes off as gigantic because of the wingspan on him. It's a little bit tight to move back and forth, so I mean they pretty much have to stay in place. And his headpiece, I think there's only one printing on the head. It is a little bit lighter than I would have liked, but I love the expression that they gave him on the front here. Yeah, he doesn't have anything on the back. Great character, great look for him as well too. I love the comic book version of it. Next up is Apocalypse. I'm really starting to see this is a fantastic set release. The amount of detail that they put into this figure, this is probably the most detailed character that I have yet, the most detailed minifigure for sure. And you look at this, I mean, I have to take off his head and I have to show you his torso, because you take the shield off and there is an insane amount of detail going on here. I can't even explain what's happening, but everything that they have, every line has intention here. and they really went all out as far as the detail. They put the shimmery silver within there, and it really pops on the figure. It looks authentic, it looks gritty, it looks like the real movie. They did side printing right here, they have the front boot, and then, you know, the way that they did the legs here, they went down to the top of the boot, which is okay. They don't need to actually do any printing on here. The only thing I would say is maybe put some side printing. That would be my only thing, but that's being really picky. Looking at the back, it is crazy. I need a magnifying glass to actually see exactly what's going on there. But everything that I can see just for face value, it looks detailed and it looks very, very well done. And the part that my favorite part of this whole thing, you put this on and check this out. It literally overlaps onto the actual character and it blends seamlessly within that. Lego, official Lego has not, I've never seen anything nearly as detailed on anything Lego. This looks fantastic. There is so much going on in here, guys. I mean, there's like esoteric writing on the top here. You look at that, there's like a little blue, like almost like an LCD screen looks like. I was a little bit perturbed on exactly why they put these things in here. And maybe they fit this somewhere within it, but these holders are not necessary, and I know that there's quite a few different armor pieces that would actually not include this. I was a little bit confused on maybe why they put this on there. All with that aside though, this is a fantastic figure, and I really, if you're going to get a figure, I definitely would recommend getting this custom figure. And he comes with these. I know these go on his hands. I don't like usually putting these on the hands because it covers up so much of the figure. I'm going to just leave them off. Skip it. But great looking figure, guys. Next up we have Storm. Looking at Storm, just the same thing as Apocalypse here. An incredible amount of detail. It's insane the amount of fine lines that they actually put in here. These custom minifigures are definitely getting better and better as every release goes on. And you look at the side, they have very vibrant, bright printing on the arms here. And it's almost a shame to put the cape on because the cape covers up this amazing back part of the torso. I mean, greatly detailed. Same things, two sidearm printings, looks fantastic. Use the nice shimmer color on there. It just, the whole figure really pops. I love the eyes, and the mohawk is so unique. What a great looking mohawk, and just a fantastic way to really execute this figure in a Lego figure form. And it also does come with two of these, which I am going to put on. But guys, this release is by far one of the most impressive releases that I've seen yet. Just the sheer amount of detail, the sheer amount of work that went into them, I'm really impressed. So this next one, and guys, I'm probably going to pronounce this incorrectly, Daken Akihiro. This is supposed to be, I believe it's Wolverine Son. Let's go ahead and open him up. So guys, one of the funny things about going from two figures right here that are so incredibly detailed to a character like this, which is honestly by himself is done very nicely, it just leaves something to be desired because these are so crazily detailed. With all joking aside, guys, this is honestly a really nicely printed figure. He's got great tattoo detailing. His muscle details printed very boldly. Same thing on the side. He's got side art. His back tattoos done very nicely. And he even has some muscle detail on this side. The only thing I do notice right here, he has a little bit of a divot in his mohawk there. That's probably somewhat of a manufacturing issue, and it might just be this one. But that honestly is the only fault that I could see with this character. Overall, he's done very nicely, looks very bold, and he would fit in with next to any official Lego figure. Last but certainly not least, Wolverine. This Wolverine looks great. You see, this is like the first time I've actually seen Wolverine like straight out of the comics accurately represented in Lego form. He has these shoulder pieces, which is the first time I've ever seen that. This is the first time I've actually seen any of these claws in chrome. This really makes the difference. It really makes the character stand out, and it really makes it true to the Wolverine, actual Wolverine form. His presentation's done very well. I love the suit. He does, when you pull his legs down a little bit, I wish they would have went all the way with the painting on there. That would have made a big difference. But when you keep it up like that, it's barely noticeable. It has nice printing on the boots. The boots are done with a nice V in the middle there. You know, I understand why they went with a black and then they went with like a dark brown underneath it. They went for a true comic book feel, although I probably would have preferred if they just would have stuck with the dark brown and leave the black off. That way it just kind of gives it more of a natural feel, but it still looks really good. His headpiece, this mask piece, now if I take this off, I do notice a little bit of issue with it, and this might have just been mine, the one that I got, but there's a little bit of printing issue on this left ear here. This one's not nearly as noticeable, but there's a little bit of a painting issue right there. And I do like how they actually gave you two options. You could have done this one, or you could do this one. Back printing's done very nicely. They even went all the way across with the boots, which you don't see too often in a lot of these figures. They went all the way through on this. The belt is all the way through. Very vibrant, very bright on the black markings on the back here, and even got some nice muscle detail there. Fantastic figure, and this is by far one of my favorite batches, especially one of my favorite batches of X-Men that I've done. So there's one figure somewhere on the screen that's just not quite right. So the first person to find out which figure that is and puts it in the comments below, I will give you a special shout out in the next video I do. Guys, I want to thank you so much for watching Toy Gander, clicking that thumbs up button, and don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, you can help us take a gander.